Hello everyone. Let us now take the topic Law of Conservation of Energy from your chapter Work, Power and Energy. According to this law, the total energy of a system or the total energy in our universe remains unchanged or conserved. Or we can say that it never changes, it remains constant. The statement of this law states energy can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. Energy can only be transferred or converted into another form. That is, the transformation of energy is possible, but it can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. Okay, so we will now prove that how this energy remains constant throughout the system, in our entire system, how it remains conserved. The best example for its proof will be an example of a free fall. There is a free fall, an object falls under acceleration due to gravity, and there is certain changes that we get to see. The change in their height, the change in the displacement and the velocity as well. We will check that during a free fall at different points whether the energy remains conserved or not. By the term energy we mean the two types of energy. That there are several forms of energy, but here we will restrict ourselves to only the two types of energy, that is kinetic energy and potential energy. Let us recall very quickly what is kinetic energy and what is potential energy. So kinetic energy is the energy which is possessed by any moving object, or we say that this is the energy due to motion. So if any object is under motion, or if that object is having mass m, we will say that any object having mass m and velocity v will have kinetic energy. Okay, so kinetic energy is represented by the formula half mv square. This is the expression for kinetic energy, where m is the mass in kg and v is the velocity in meter per second. Right? So SI unit of this kinetic energy will be kilogram meter per second, but the standard unit that we use numerically is joule. Okay. Now coming to potential energy. Potential energy is the energy possessed by any object due to its position. Okay. So due to the position, the potential energy will have the expression mgh, where m is the mass in kg, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height. Combination of these two energy will be mechanical energy. Okay, so in mechanics, this mechanical energy is very important. Mechanical energy is the summation of kinetic energy plus potential energy, and this is our total energy in our system. We will now check out that if this two form of energy remains conserved unchanged at different points during free fall or not. So here we will consider the example for a free fall. We have taken an object. This is an object which is placed at a height, and the mass of the object is considered as m. We will assume the mass of the object as m. So let us write whichever quantity we have undertaken. M is the mass of this object. Okay, so this object is kept at a certain height from the ground level. This is the surface of the ground, and the height to which this object is placed, let us consider this to be the h, right? So this is our height where the object is placed. So h is the height of the object. Okay, now we will take 3 points here, and we will check that at each and every point if the total energy of this object remains constant or not. Okay, so first of all, since this is the situation for a free fall, so we will assume that we will just suppose that this object is pushed from this height, and as soon as it is pushed, it will approach to the surface of the ground. It will start to fall under the action of gravity. So since it will start moving, right now it is at rest, it is not moving. So initially the velocity of this object will be 0 because it is at rest, it is stationary. So u will be the velocity of this object, or we say that u is the initial velocity of this object. Correct? Now, when the object will be pushed from this height, it will attain some velocity because it will start to fall under some velocity. So that will be our final velocity. Final velocity. Now you see the velocity changes. Initially it was 0, and when it started to fall down, the velocity changed, right? So this change in velocity will bring up acceleration. Okay, it will lead to accelerate. So this acceleration is due to what? Due to the action of gravity, due to gravitational pull. So here we will assume acceleration as g. Consider the points. Let us consider the points. This as point A. Okay. Now when the object is stationary, this as point B. Let us assume at this point, midpoint. At point B, when the object reaches at this point, if it is constant or not, and this as point C. Let us check it out. Now we will check that what is the total energy of the system at point A. So at point A or at position A. So at position A, what is the total energy? We know what is total energy. Total energy is summation of kinetic energy and potential energy. So kinetic energy plus potential energy. Remember what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is half mv square. So we will write down that expression, half mv square. And what is potential energy? Potential energy is mgh. Okay. So half mv square. What is v here? It is the velocity. But at point A, what do you think? What will be the velocity of this object? It will be 0 because it is stationary. So since the velocity of this object initially is 0, so here we will put 0. Half m 0 into 0 plus mgh. So this whole will become 0, and finally we are left with mgh. That is the total energy of this object at point A is what? mgh. So let us write here at point. Let us now examine the total energy of the same object when it reaches point P. For that we have to first see that what is the displacement of the same object when it reaches point P. So the displacement when it reaches point P will be x, and the displacement of this object when it moves from point B to point C will be h minus x. Now we will see that what is the velocity of the object when it reaches point B, or what is the total energy of the same object when it starts falling and when it reaches point B and then to point C. In order to calculate the velocity, we will be using Newton's third equation of motion, which is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Right? So here we have u square. What is u square? U is the initial velocity, which is 0 initially. So here we will put 0, okay, then 2as. 2a. A is the acceleration. Acceleration under the influence of gravity. That is why we will replace a with small g, that is acceleration due to gravity. So we will write here g. Now s. What is s? S is the displacement, that how much displacement has been taken when the object moves from point A to point B. So you see here it is clearly x. So x is the displacement. So in place of s we will write x. So v square is 2gx. That is the velocity of the object when it reaches point B is 2gx. Now let us see what is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Let us put the values. Half m v square. How much is v square? It is 2gx that we calculated. So we will cancel out 2 got cancelled, and we are left with mgx. This is our kinetic energy at point B. Now let us see what is the potential energy. We know potential energy is mgh. Put the values. M remains unchanged, so m simply as it is I am writing. G is acceleration due to gravity. This is also constant. But height. How much is the height? When the object is at this position, what is the height of the object from the ground? It is h minus x. So in place of h, we will write h minus x. Okay, now expand the bracket. Mg into h. Mgh minus mg into x. So this will be minus mgx. This is our potential energy. We will now check out the total energy. Total energy is the summation. So let us sum up both the energies, these two energies. Kinetic energy plus potential energy. This is our total energy. How much is the kinetic energy? It is mgx. So mgx plus potential energy. How much it is? It is mgh minus mgx. Minus mgx plus mgx will cancel each other. We are left with mgh. This is our total energy at point B. So what we got? We found that total energy at this point is also mgh. As before also we got mgh. At point A also it is same. At point B also it is same. We will see what at point C, if it remains constant or if there is change in this total energy, that also we will check out. Now we will see the total energy at position C. For that we have to see what is the velocity at this point, what is the kinetic energy and what is the potential energy. So velocity at position C will be, in order to calculate the velocity, again we will use third equation of motion, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. On putting the value, we will get u square is equal to 0 because u is the initial velocity, and for that we will put u, in place of u we will put 0. Now 2as, 2 into a is the acceleration due to gravity, so here in place of a we will write g instead of. And what is s over here? S is the displacement, total displacement of this object from point A to C. So h is the total displacement. Here s will be replaced by h. So here we will write h. Right? So this will give us v square is equal to 2gh. This is the velocity. Now this we will be using to find out the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, half m. What is v square? V square is 2gh, so we will write 2gh. 2 will get cancelled and this will give us mgh. This is our kinetic energy at point C. What about the potential energy? Potential energy will be, here only I am writing, potential energy is mgh. So m into g, but what is h? H is 0, so we will write 0 and this will give us potential energy equal to 0. Now we have kinetic energy mgh and potential energy 0. On summation of these two energy, we will get the total energy. So total energy will be kinetic energy plus potential energy. How much is the kinetic energy? It is mgh. And how much is the potential energy? It is 0. And this will give us total energy. So here we got total energy at point C also equal to mgh. Here also it was mgh. Here also the same. So what we have observed, that in all these three positions, when the object was falling, the total energy was unchanged. Though there was variation in the kinetic energy and potential energy, but the total energy in this free fall was constant and it was found to be mgh in all these three positions. So this is how law of conservation of energy is verified.